What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Pete's Carport, and welcome to another episode that we're going to be working on our 1996 Lexus SC300. This is a w58 manual transmission that came stock, and the last video you guys absolutely loved, where we painted the front bumper with a flat black primer and then used a 2K clear that was a satin type finish over that. Then we wet sanded and polished it all out, and it came out really good. Right now it's very dirty looking because I'm trying to finish up this bumper. But what I really want to do is get this bumper finished off here, and probably the other side too, get them maybe primered, not 100% sure because it's just so humid out today. And then we're going to test fit these rims. So that's really the exciting part, because with these tires, these are 19s versus the 17s that are on there right now. Obviously these are much deeper rims, 9.5 fronts, 10.5 rear. I mean, these are 275 tires, and I could fit a much wider tire on those rims. And these were just tires I had sitting around. I decided to throw them on here about a week ago, just so I can play around with if I want to add spacers, what the fitment looks like, and also with the height of the tires being about 3 inches is what I came up with, just measuring them with eyeball measuring. It seemed like those are going to give me about a 3-inch total more depth, which might allow this to have a lot more clearance and still look really, really good. So we might do some adjustment on the coilovers. I'm not 100% on that, but I need to make sure I can clearance over even just regular bumps in the road, because this thing was impossible to move around. I obviously ripped the bumper off. So let's get started, guys. I'm going to go ahead and clean all this up. The only way I can jack it is through the rear diff, and then I'm going to have to move another jack up front, so I've already started doing that. So the rear is a little higher than it's going to be. But I'm excited to see how these rims are going to look, because I think they're going to fill this hole in, and I might need to throw a little spacer on there at worst. So let's get started, guys. I'm going to get set up. You guys will kind of see a lot of this sped through and get to see these rims on here. Alright guys, it's quick fill-in time. So when I got this car, it had some funky rims on here, and it had some really decent spacers. They were hub-centric on the back, and these little thin spacers were on the front. So unfortunately, the hub-centric spacers that were on the rear don't work. They won't work on these rims. The center part is too big, and so the rim won't even fit over it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and use these here. I only have 2 of them, but I'm going to put one on this rear and one on that front. So I'll have one side with no spacer, one side with spacers, to kind of give me an idea if or what type of spacer I want to go with. And I already kind of have an idea now that I put the rear on. Now it's time to move to the front, and then I'll pull the car forward and we'll take a look at it and kind of come up with a plan. Alright guys, so it was a slight change of plans. So this side does not have any spacer. I ended up adding a spacer to the other rear side, which the fitment is spot on. I'll show you guys that just in a second. Now the front, we're so close. I'll show you that. I'm going to straighten the tire out, but the fitment is so perfect that I could not put the spacer on, or it would hit that fender. Of course I could make adjustments. These are all fiberglass, but I think the fitment looks perfect, and I will straighten that wheel out. But check out this rear fitment here with the spacer, and I think it might rub a hair because I can't get my finger in there, but these fenders were rolled that are up underneath this fiberglass, so all I got to do is shave a little bit of that fiberglass. Oh, you can tell it's probably gonna run out of gas again. I only added a little more gas to the car, but but I wanted to let it warm up a little bit here. Let me go ahead and straighten that wheel out in the front. All right, guys, so you can see here how good the fitment is. Now, the other side's a little bit lower. When I got this car, it has coilovers on it, and I know the person who had it before me probably never leveled out the coilover, so this side's a little bit higher, but that difference in height in the tire makes it world. Look at that right there. Now, this might need to be raised up a little bit, but check out how much room I have now from hitting. You guys can see that I've got quite a bit of height here, more than a fist. And before, man, I couldn't even go over this little curve right here without scraping. So that's exciting because it still looks awesome. I planned on making this video a lot longer, but it's just so damn hot out right now that I can only do so much work on this car. And right now I'm just gonna call it quits, at least today, on the doing any type of body work on this car, because, and so the body work basically just kills me. And I want to get all of it done, but I don't want to just rush it. So my goal is to spend a little time each day on the body work, but still give you guys content. I thought it was awesome that I was able to get these rims put on, and the fact that they fit so well. Now I'm going to go ahead and put that spacer on the rear. Let me know what you guys think. This is no spacer here. And this side here is with the spacer, and it's a very thin spacer, but I think it's dead on perfect there for fitment. I might even need to camber just a hair, both front and back. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you like the rims? Is it a good add-on? Those were just kind of temporary rims just so I could move the car around, and I had those already, so went ahead and threw them on here. These were the ones I planned on for a long time when I was planning out the body kit, and I can't wait till it's all done because the rims are just going to basically be that icing on the cake. So once again, guys, my name's Pete. This is Pete's Carport. You guys have an awesome day, a blessed week, and I hope you really enjoyed this quick video on the SC300 new rims.